राम राम मामा। ठीक है मामा 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 मामा। राम राम मामा।
ठीक है
ठीक है
ठीक है ठीक
Shall I
है
go and see the hathi?
हाँ ठीक
Okay, चलो।
Before joining Raj, Francois stops at the Bandaf Gar Maut Center. Here, as payment for their services to man, the elephants are treated with the greatest attention. The big creatures finish their baths and their meal is almost ready.
चलो, where's Banani? Hey,
पीछा पीछा पीछा
Banani, Ram Ram.
पीछा
Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, no. That's dinner time. Can I get one or two? Can get one or two. I get one or two here. Can I get one? Okay, super.
In addition to the 200 kilograms of plants that they eat every day, when they go out in the forest, these boarders at the center are entitled to a dozen flat-baked cakes of flour and a bowl of crushed fruit as dessert. To chew this enormous cake, the elephant has two sets of molars as big as bricks. These unique teeth will be replaced 6 times in the course of his life, a long, laborious life. An elephant in captivity can live to 80. A few nibblers invite themselves to the feast.
Ah, that's nice. That's good. Look at the phone. Yeah, it's finished. It's finished, Martin.
Tomorrow at dawn, this elephant will once again roam the underbrush of Bandaf Gar. He'll be looking for tigers.
It's getting cold. It's good to be next to the fire.
Yeah,
Do you remember last year?
because last year
That
was
was different. It
yeah,
was
last
very
year was
busy.
very different just because all the females were having the cubs.
Talking about a mother, you got to tell me the whole story about Mohini. What happened to you? Because you never really told me. Eh? So what happened to you? Tell me. I want to know that.
See, I tell you one thing that Mohini was my favorite tigress. I saw her first when she was just 3 months old. Actually, I don't know why she jumped inside the jeep,
Mohini jumped into the car.
inside the car. She ripped the thigh of that French guy
She actually used the clothes.
with the claws, and she chewed the thumb of the another next French guy, and she ripped
Oh, they both got each other.
Yeah. She rigged
injured.
his arms, and they were bleeding badly, and they were in a
Were
big
they?
state of shock.
I bet.
Then I pulled the tail of a tigress.
You pulled the tail?
3 times, and then she left.
You pull the tail.
Yeah, I pulled the tail, and
Okay.
she turned around and charged at me with a paw
Big paw. Okay.
at my shoulder, and
Okay.
I was flying like that. And then I put my hand on my neck.
Just to protect your neck.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to protect my neck, and she grabbed my hand.
Did she?
Yeah.
She beat you actually? Show me that.
The scarf.
Show me.
This is a
Wow.
canine. Another canine, and the clotting of the blood.
Oh,
Even there.
you got a bump here.
Yeah. Miracle when I was lying on the ground and she was on top of me. She didn't open her claws.
She never used the clothes.
No.
Never ever.
Never. If she could have opened her claws
She would have
on me,
ripped you apart.
she could have killed me in 1 minute.
Absolutely.
Just in 1 minute.
Well, let me shake your hand. I mean, someone who survived a tiger attack. I mean, that's not so often.
Yeah.
I
I really
it's so
thank to
lucky.
the God and thanks to my feeling that I love tigers too much.
When a tiger lacks space and game, he spreads terror in the villages. In the Sundarbans of the Ganges Delta, the fearful carnivores every year claim hundreds of victims. And yet, the wild creature and man have not always been enemies. In the past, they even lived in relative harmony. For the older generation, the tiger played a part in the organization of the world. By devouring deer and wild boar, they protected the crops and guaranteed the prosperity of the peasants. Today, people living near the reserve fear the presence of tigers, but they spend more time fighting another enemy that is smaller and much more damaging. In a few hours, aerial raids by flocks of birds might destroy the planting of an entire village, the result of months of back-breaking work. In the realm of the big cats, the enemy may not be the one you fear most. This morning, the search for Ditu begins again. For several days, Francois has had only one idea in mind: rediscover the one who is said to be able to disappear behind a curtain of bamboo. Since dawn, in a new section of B1's territory, Papou and Raj are looking for prints. To find Ditu's tracks again, Francois and Kutapan are also examining a new section of the immense domain. By following the trodden trails of deer, the photographer is hoping to find clues to the tiger's presence. But tracking is long and difficult. At the edge of the forest, Francois is struck by a curious phenomenon. In the swampy area, a group of sambar deer are quietly grazing. Normally, these animals are skittish. They never appear out in the open like this. They're too frightened of the tigers. In the reserve, everything appears peaceful. In fact, it's too peaceful. It's as if the tigers had mysteriously vanished from the area. This morning, the temperature suddenly shot up. Without warning, summer arrived. This rapid change of season is not going to make Francois Savigny's job any easier. When the temperature goes above 30 degrees Celsius, tigers reduce their activity drastically. They patrol less and less and might sleep for 18 hours a day. Their only hunting consists of lying in wait for game. If prey flees and the tiger has to chase it and deplete his strength, the tiger gives up. There is always plenty of game at Bendafgar. The following days, Papou waits for the zebra-striped coat of Ditu to appear at the edge of the forest. But in vain. It's just too hot. In the savannah, as the temperature climbs, tigers, like cries of alarm, are rare. For a week, Raj hasn't seen any male tiger tracks on his daily rounds. Only a small pack of dholes, red dogs that are Indian cousins to wild dogs, delight in this sudden change in the weather that plunges Bendafgar into a stupor.
Baya, Francois, do you copy? Baya, Francois, do you copy?
Yes, Francois, I copy.
Baya, I'm on the hati next to Gufa.
And got nothing, all bug marks, but nothing. Did you get something?
Yeah, I got some calls near Badani.
Okay, Baya.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll keep searching on my side and then we'll catch up later, okay?
Okay, Francois.
Situated on a hill, the bear caves are within B1's old territory. Francois knows that in summer these caves serve as retreats for tigers. They're much cooler than the outside temperature. The last distance is painful for the elephant, but Francois is sure that Ditu is hiding up there.
Malu? Malu ne?
Moving ahead becomes increasingly difficult. Now the two men have to hack out a passage through the inextricable labyrinth of bamboo. Near the bear caves, in the bed of a stream, several fresh tracks can be seen. Approaching the first cave, Kutupan is doubly watchful. The narrow passage offers no means of escape. If a tiger leaps, the elephant will be blocked. Caught in this trap, the elephant might panic. Francois was not wrong. He recognized the characteristic growling instantly. Having a tiger above them would be rather disquieting for the two men. That is the tiger's strongest position for attack. But the tiger surprises Kutupan, not expecting it to be below him. The tiger is only 10 meters away. But even though the feline is visible for only a few seconds, Francois manages to grab a few pictures. But the tracking is over for today. It's out of the question for the elephant